Good morning, everyone. I would like to share with you chair yoga. And let's just start by first finding your essential oils and applying some just to help set the mood. Today I'm using Breathe by doTERRA. So finding yourself in a comfortable place, in a comfortable chair, and just taking a moment to settle in. Being mindful of the places that your body makes contact with a hard surface. Taking time to notice the temperature of the air about you. And slowing the breathing down. I want you to take time and check in with how you're showing up today mentally. Perhaps your mind is busy. Perhaps you've come and your mind is peaceful. Whatever it is, no judgment, just checking in. Then we begin to check in with how you're showing up emotionally. And really taking a few moments to be aware of the range of emotions that you've had in the last day or even just this morning. Perhaps you've noticed some moments of anxiousness or uncertainty. Perhaps you've had moments of joy and blissfulness. Take time to acknowledge them. And if they don't serve your practice, I invite you to set them aside, just for the time being. We'll check in with how you're showing up physically. And I want you to be mindful as we do this body scan to note anything that you might need to use with caution today. Start with the toes and the feet. Check in with the ankles, the lower legs. Be aware of how your knees have been feeling and moving. Take time to notice the strength of your thighs, the mobility of the hips, the spine, the muscles that support it, the front side of the torso. Notice how the area of the chest has been feeling. How do the arms feel today? The hands, including the fingers and your thumb. Coming up to the area of the shoulders, and just check in with those and think about how your range of motion has been. The neck. Take time to notice how the head has been feeling physically. And then take a moment and allow the face to soften and become expressionless. Let the temples release any tension. Let the cheeks be soft and pliable. Unclench the jaw and place the tongue at the bottom of the mouth. Take time and lengthen the spine and square the shoulders back, and I want you to begin to do some breath work. Notice the rise and the fall of the chest as you breathe in and breathe out. What's the quality of your breath? How does it sound? Next, begin to draw the breath in slower. Let the exhales be nice and long. Taking the lungs to their fullest capacity and savoring the breath as you release it. When you're ready, take 3 cleansing breaths. These come in through the nose, out through the mouth, and make a little noise as you breathe. Next, we begin to just move the body. And with your next exhale, I want you to squeeze your core gently and then drop the chin towards the chest, keeping the shoulder blades squeezed gently behind you. Letting the breath move naturally through you. On your next exhale, keeping the chin pointed in that downward position, move the head towards the right shoulder. And just be noticing what you're feeling from the left ear into the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, chin to the chest, and as you exhale that next breath, move the head towards the left shoulder. Pushing that right one back just so that it doesn't follow the head. And tune into what you're feeling on this side. Back to center on an inhale, lift the chin. Square those shoulders in a cleansing breath. Checking to make sure that the shoulders are over the hips and the ears are over the shoulders. Let's just go ahead now and twist the neck so that the head would be looking over the right shoulder. Noticing what's going on in your body. Inhale back to center. As you do that next exhale, move the head so that it would be looking over the left. Round of breath here, and then bring the head back to that neutral space. Checking in with your posture. Let's go ahead now and do 3 circles with the head and neck in a counterclockwise direction. Moving slowly. Noticing if you can hear the bones move through the neck. Checking in with the range of motion. and the sensations as you rotate the head counterclockwise. Coming back to center. Now let's go ahead and make our clockwise circles. 3 of them. Checking in with the shoulders to make sure they haven't slumped forward. Being aware if this range of motion is the same as the opposite direction that we just did. And after 3, coming to your center space and a cleansing breath. Go ahead and bring those shoulders up now, nice and high. Hold them there with the breath in. Clench everything for just a moment. Squeeze your face, curl your toes, squeeze your fists, and exhale, release. 2 more of those. Your body, your breath. Last one. All right, now inhale, bring the shoulders up. And when you're exhaling, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, draw the shoulders down towards the hips. We'll do that 5 times. Inhale, bring them up high. Exhale, slowly bring them together behind you and then down. Notice what they feel like. Maybe you've got a little twinge of pain. Maybe you notice that the pain has lessened since the last time you've done yoga. Feel the opening on the front side of the chest as you squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you. And then let's go ahead and take both arms out side to side, thumbs down, and then bring those backs of the hands to the back side of your body. Maybe you can interlace the fingers, maybe just the back sides of the hands touch the back of the hips. Open those shoulders up and take about 2 rounds of breath here, really focusing on the sensation of opening up through the chest area. And then you'll soften. We'll bring those hands back to neutral. 1 more shoulder roll. And we'll come to a nice tall posture. Next, we'll work on our twists. So we take a tall posture, the core is engaged, the shoulders are back, and on your next exhale, I want you to take a twist to the right, taking that left hand to the outside of the right thigh, twisting from the torso, and taking a look over the right shoulder. Not swerving forward or backwards, but breathing nice and slow in this centered position. Next inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, twisting to the left. Moving the hands now. The right hand is on the outside of the thigh. Drop the shoulders. Take a look behind you. Keep that core. We're squeezing the organs gently, bringing good blood flow to them. We'll take another twist to the right. Perhaps you feel something from the ribs down to the hips. As you inhale back to center, as you exhale next time to the left. And again, just notice what you're feeling through your torso. Back to center. Cleansing breath. Next, we'll do a seated version of cat-cow. I want you to just check in with the feet and the legs, make sure that they're lined up nicely and they will support you. Hands are on the lower part of the thigh. And we start with an inhale, squeezing the core and squaring the shoulders. When you're ready to exhale that breath, keep the core engaged, bring the body forward. As you begin to inhale, you'll move the spine, then the shoulders, lift the head, and then arch the body forward, lift the face. Your exhales are into cat pose, and we're arching the back towards the back of the chair. And your inhales bring the body long and then arching forward. We keep the core as we move through these so that the back gets the benefits here. We're allowing the fluid along the spine to move. We're keeping the neural pathways alive and flowing. Moving through these slowly. And just being aware of the sensations in your body. Take one more of each of these poses. Take time to be long and tall afterwards. A cleansing breath. Next, let's take some time for the hands. And I just want you to move them about in a way that feels good, clenching and unclenching, popping the palms open, lengthening through the fingers, and putting some space between them. All right, let's lengthen out through the arms now, reaching out and then taking and rolling the shoulders back. All right, fingers are spread, palms are wide open. On an exhale, take the first finger to the thumb. Take a look and straighten out all the other fingers as best you can and breathe. And then we'll go ahead with the next finger, taking a round of breath here. Just noticing what's happening through the fingers and the hands, any sensations. Breathing to get the oxygen flow to our fingers. All right, let's go ahead and bring the hands together, thumbs towards the heart center. Press the thumb towards the chest. Tall posture, square shoulders, elbows out side to side, pressing on the palms just a little bit. Okay, on your next exhale, rotate the hands forward and away from the body, keeping that pressure and just noticing what you feel through the hands, the wrists, and the arms, and back to center. All right, go ahead and shake that off if you need to, and a cleansing breath. Next, we're going to go ahead and work with the feet a little bit. So I just want you to bring the balls of the feet to the floor, and I want you to rotate the ankles a little bit, and the knees are going to move. And then just flex the foot one at a time, bringing the knee up and then down. Moving the feet in non-ordinary ways. Wiggling the toes. All right. Bring the balls of the feet up or down and the heels up, taking a round of breath here while the calves are active. All right, just being mindful of how the feet feel. Let's go ahead and bring the knees out and the feet together and the pinky toe edge of the foot to the floor. Notice how that feels. Soles of the feet to the floor now, a breath in. And as you exhale, knees come together, feet will come out, and now the big toe edge of the foot is making contact with the floor. And notice how that feels. Heel toe walk back to center. All right, now, if this is in your practice, let's go ahead and bring the toenails to the floor, lengthening the front side of the ankles and taking a round of breath here. Just one. Undo it. All right, and then a little flex of the feet. Shake that off a little bit. Very good. A big breath in. Hold it for a moment, and then release it slowly. We're on the edge of the chair now, and I want you to go ahead and bring both feet out in front of you, lengthening the legs. Bring the back side of the heels to the floor and push the backs of the knees towards the floor and bring the toes towards your torso. All right, nice long breaths here. You should feel a lot of sensation at the back side of the calves and the back side of the knees. All right, wiggle those toes, take a look at them, move those feet now. All right, so next I want you to make sure that you've got good seating, tall spine, and bring the big toes to touch and the heels out. The feet are still bent. The toes are still coming towards the torso, and you might feel a little sensation up here. Point the feet flat to the floor, bring them up, big toes touching, and then rotate out. Okay, big toes touch, pushing the flat of the feet to the floor, and then back. One more time. Big toes touch, soles of the feet come to the floor, bring them back, toes touching, and then undo the toes touch. All right, wiggle the toes, spread them, give them a little bit of love. All right. Bring those feet back to a neutral space where the ankles are underneath the knees. And we're gonna sit nice and tall. Next, we're gonna do hip openers. All right. If this isn't in your practice, that's okay. You can just breathe with us. All right, so on an inhale, we squeeze the core. As you exhale, bring the right knee towards the torso. The spine is long and tall. As you inhale, lengthen that leg out. Push through the heel, bring the toes towards the torso, and then cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Check your alignment. You don't want to be swerving or swaying. And when you get into this pose, you should feel it in the backside of the right hip. There's a bend in the ankle. First, we lengthen the spine. We square the shoulders. Keep that core engaged. And as you exhale, push the chin out. And I want you to look at the space where the wall and the ceiling meet. Keep the back nice and flat. And breathe here. Okay, a lot of sensation is usually what we're going to find here, and that's okay. Soften, allow the spine to curve. The chin comes towards the shin. And as you come out of this, you're going to squeeze the core, tuck the chin, bring the spine up, bring the shoulders up, and then the head. Check in with the core and the shoulder blades. Push that chin out. Take a look up there at that same space. Okay? Notice if you're swerving. You don't want to swerve from the sensation. You really want to embrace it. Okay? Soften. Coming out of this same way. We're mindful how we come out of this so that we do no harm to the body. Keep that bend in the ankle and your core, shoulders. Push the chin out. And breathe. Softening on an exhale. As you come out of this, squeeze the core, tuck the chin, spine, shoulders, head. Okay, we're gonna lengthen that leg out, even give it an assist if you need to, holding it up, push through the heel and flex that leg. Take a look at the toes, wiggle the ankle, and bring that down as you wiggle. Cleansing breath. All right, next side. Inhale, squeeze the core, check in with the shoulder blades. Exhale, bring that left knee up, right? There's a flex in the ankle, the foot is active. Lengthen through the leg, push through the heels, squeeze the core, cross that ankle over the right thigh. Check in with your lines, make sure that your skeleton is happy. Start nice and tall, both hips and butt cheeks are making good pressure against your chair. Go ahead, squeeze the core and the shoulder blades behind you, push the chin out. Taking a few slow rounds of breath here. And soften. We'll do this 2 more times. And I know these aren't your favorite, but they are really, really good for your hip joints, keeping the fluids and the tissues, connective tissue alive. We're working on our second one, big bend in that ankle there, pushing through, looking high, back is flat, soften. Very good, last one as we come out of this. We're preparing to do it that 3rd time. Pushing chin out, squeezing shoulder blades behind you. You want your back as flat as possible, and the sensation needs to be in the hip. If it's not, you might need to check your lines or check to see if you're swerving from the sensation. And soften. Okay. Tall spine, square shoulders, core engaged. Lengthen that left leg out. Push through the heel, giving it a little assist with the hands. Take a look at the feet. Wiggle those toes, curl them and curl them. And as you roll the ankle, bring that foot down to the floor with a cleansing breath. All right, now let's go ahead, sit nice and tall. We're gonna take the right elbow to the right thigh, hand to the left thigh, okay? So we're pushing the chin out, that nice flat back movement again, chin out, looking high. Place that hand, squeeze the core, drop the left hand, and then I want you to just bring that left hand out in front of you. Look at your fingertips, and you're gonna squeeze the core, and as you exhale, rotate that arm up. Take a look at it and breathe. Notice what you're feeling, and then bring it back down right there in front of you. Okay, check in to make sure that you've got good alignment. Lengthen through the spine. Bring that hand out in front of you again. Spread the fingers, pop the palm open, and twist. The core is engaged here because that's where the twist is occurring. And we've got one more. Inhale. Exhale. And bringing it down nice and slow. Bringing the body upright. Tall spine, square shoulders, cleansing breath. All right, we're gonna do the other side now. Left elbow to the left thigh, left hand to the right thigh, flat back, forward fold, pushing through the torso to be long. Drop that right arm, and then bring that hand out, palm open, fingers wide, and rotating up, taking a look at where those fingers are, doing the best that you can. And bringing it down nice and slow. 2 more of these. Nice long spine. And up. Last one. Notice what you're feeling in the body. Very good. Tuck the chin as you come up. Squeeze the core. Come to your nice tall posture and take a cleansing breath. All right. So we've done the work. Now let's just go ahead and take some time to rest. So I want you to scooch back into your chair. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to feel supported. Honor yourself for your practice today. Perhaps you've tried this for the first time and you get to offer yourself kudos. Notice how you feel. Take time to consider where your mind has been for the last few minutes during practice. Notice your breath. As always, I thank you for joining me. I invite you to check down below and hit the subscribe button and allow notifications so you know when I have recorded a new video. I hope that you have found this to be useful. Thank you. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Pressing the palms together, the elbows out, shoulder blades squeezed behind you. The love and the light that dwells within me cherishes the love and the light that dwells within you. Namaste.